Hey everyone, my name is Riley and this video is a complete Bybit tutorial for beginners. This video is going to cover everything that you need to know. Starting out with how you can create your account and set up security, how to deposit money onto the Bybit exchange, how you can make trades on Bybit using this professional trading area. It can look very confusing at first, but I'm going to break all of this down in this video. We will then take a look at Bybit futures and leverage and how you can use this to potentially make more profits, as well as taking a look at the copy trading area that allows you to copy professional traders on autopilot. All of that and more will be covered in this video, so let's jump right in. So the very first thing that we need to do is actually sign up for a Bybit account if you do not yet have one. If you use the top link down in the description, or if you use this referral code when you sign up to Bybit, then you can get up to 6,045 USDT as a bonus when you sign up to Bybit. So once again, you can get access to this by either clicking the top link in the description, or if you head over to regular Bybit and just go to bybit.com and click on sign up, then you can enter in the referral code that I will leave down in the description, and that is going to allow you to get access to that bonus as well. So once that code is entered or you have clicked on the link, then we can go up to email at the top, enter in the email that you would like to sign up with. Then you can create a password right here. Click on create account. And just like this, we are now going to be able to create an account. So it's going to send us an email that we have to verify. So if you go over to your email right here, you should see a code. So all we have to do is copy this, paste this into Bybit. And just like that, we now have our Bybit account. So straight away, we get this $20 welcome reward straight off the bat. So we can claim this now. And then you can go down here and you can complete the rest of these tasks. And this is how you can unlock the money from the bonus that you were given originally. So that is how you can access that right there. And just if you click off and you want to get back to this rewards hub at any time so that you can complete these tasks, all you have to do is go to your profile icon in this top right corner and then click into the My Reward section right here. We can then go over to My Tasks, and then all the tasks that you can complete in order to earn this money, then they can all be completed right here. So that is the tasks area, and that is how you can claim your bonus. But for now, let's go back to the main screen on Bybit. Now, the first thing that we have to do once we have our Bybit account is complete verification. This is known as KYC, it stands for Know Your Customer, and this is how crypto exchanges verify and know who is using their platform. So in order to complete this, all we are going to do is go to this profile icon in the top corner and click right here on Complete Identity Verification Now. So this is going to load in, and the reason that we have to do this is shown right here. So without this level 1 verification, we can't deposit, we can't trade, we can't do P2P trading, we can't do the earn or staking features, and basically everything that we need to get access to on Bybit requires this identity verification. So all we are going to do is click right here on Verify Now. Then we can select the country that you are in. So just click on this box, and then you can enter in your country. So in here, I'm going to enter in the Netherlands. Then the document type right here. We can choose between a driver's license, an ID card, a passport, or a resident permit. Now, the driver's license is probably the easiest to verify with. So let's click on confirm. And then it's going to take us through to this screen where we can complete this questionnaire. So it's just going to ask, where are we located once again? So we can enter this in. Then it's going to ask the main reason for opening your account, the main source of funds, and net worth. Then we can click on submit once that has been filled out. And in here, we can then go through and verify our bank. So the way that we do this is just by making a small deposit onto Bybit. This can literally be as low as like $5. So we would just click start verification, fiat deposit right here. And then we can go through, enter in the amount that we would like to purchase, just like $5. Select the payment method, then we can continue, load funds onto the platform, and that is how you can verify your bank. Now, the next thing that we need to do is verify identity. This is where you can use your passport, your driving license, or whatever else you want to use. We just click on start verification, go for driver's license once again. And I would recommend verifying this with app. So we can click other countries because we are not in the US. Then we want to go continue on phone. And then on your phone, you basically just want to pick this up, scan the QR code that you see right here. And then it's going to walk you through step by step everything that you need to do in order to verify your identity. And the next thing that we need to do after your identity has been verified is we now need to go ahead and secure your account to make sure that hackers or scammers cannot get in. The way that we do this is we once again go to this profile icon in the top, and then we want to go down to account and security. You can see that right now the security level is low. So basically for somebody to get into your account right now, all they would have to do is guess your password. That security is not very good at all. Now, there are a few things that we want to do here. First mistake that people often make is they do SMS verification. Now, it's unlikely that this would ever happen, but it does open the door to something called a SIM swap account. Essentially, how this works is somebody finds out your phone number. They would then ring your SIM provider and say, hey, I am, for example, let's say your name's John. They would say, hey, my name's John. I lost my SIM card. Can you send it out to me? Then your SIM card provider sends them a brand new SIM card that is tied to your number, and then from there, once they have your SIM card, they can ask to reset your password and things like this. So although SMS authentication can be cool for most people and the likelihood of this attack is very, very low, I personally still don't like to go with an SMS authentication. A much safer method of doing this is Google two-factor authentication right here. The reason is because the authentication code stays on your phone. Even if somebody logs into the Google account that you have your verification set up with, they still will not be able to access your code. So it's very tight security. But essentially the way that we do this is we go into Google two-factor authentication, click into settings. Then we just need to, I'll verify my email real quick just to show you how this works. So we can paste that code in. And then all you would have to do is go to your phone, download the Google Authenticator app. Then you can scan this code in. It will then give you a code on the app, so you just enter that in right here. And you can set up Google two-factor authentication. There are a few other security methods and different things that you can set up here, but the main one that we want to focus on is Google two-factor authentication. And once you have that set up, your account will be a lot more secure. So now that you have your account set up, you have your identity verified, and you have your account secured, we can now move into the actual meat and potatoes of the tutorial. The first thing that I'm going to cover in this section is how you can actually deposit money from your bank or debit card onto the Bybit exchange, and also how you can deposit cryptocurrency from other exchanges onto Bybit. Let's cover fiat currency and bank exchanges first. To do this, we want to go up to buy crypto in this top left corner, and you can see we have 4 different options. We have one-click buy, P2P trading, and fiat deposit. And one of these is crypto deposit that we will touch on later. So we have one-click buy, P2P trading, and fiat deposit. The one that I recommend is one-click buy right here. So we can click into this. And it makes it extremely easy to buy cryptocurrency using your bank card, your debit card, Apple Pay, and Google Pay. So all we do is go to this buy screen right here. Enter in the amount that you would like to deposit onto the Bybit exchange. Let's say I want to go for $1,000. We can then choose the currency that we want to pay with. So there's so many currencies that we can choose from right here, but I'm going to stick with euros. Then we can choose the coin that you would like to receive. So we have USDT, Bitcoin, any crypto that you want to receive in here, you can just enter in. However, I recommend if you want to actually trade with Bybit, just go with USDT as it's the most universal trading pair. Then for payment methods, we can go down, click into this, and this is where we can choose the payment method that we want to buy with. As you can see, all of these are going to have 0 fees right here. So we can choose Apple Pay, Google Pay, or bank card. Once that is selected, we can then click on add card right here. And then you can go ahead, type in your card information. And that is how you can deposit your fiat currency onto Bybit. The next thing that we are going to cover is if you want to deposit cryptocurrency onto this exchange. But to do this, it's very simple. You just go to buy crypto, then crypto deposit. We can then choose the coin that you have on another exchange or wallet that you want to transfer into Bybit. So let's say that I have some Bitcoin that I want to transfer across. I can select Bitcoin right here. And then in this section, we can see a wallet address is going to pop up. So all you have to do is copy that wallet address, go to your other exchange or wallet, and then withdraw your cryptocurrency from that exchange or wallet into Bybit using this wallet address that they are going to give us right here. So now that we have funds on Bybit, let's now take a look at how we can purchase and buy cryptocurrency. The first and most simplest way to do this is by going to this convert feature. So we go up to the top and convert. And I would only really recommend this if you are a crypto investor rather than a trader, and you are just looking to trade out some of your old cryptocurrency for a new cryptocurrency. Let's say you watched a YouTube video or you did your own technical analysis and you decided that you want to leave one of your old coins and you want to jump into a new coin. Well, this is the easiest way to do this as an investor, because all we have to do is go to here, choose the coin that we want to sell. So let's say that I have some Ethereum that I want to get rid of. I can select that right there. And let's say the coin that I want to buy is Avalanche. So I can type in AVAX right here. Then all I would have to do is go up, enter in the amount of Ethereum that I would like to sell. Then down here, it's going to show me how much AVAX I will receive. Then all we have to do is click on get a quote. It's going to tell us how much Ethereum we will be selling, how much AVAX we will be receiving. And from there, you can just simply click a button and transfer it across. So that's convert. And that's the simplest method to do this, but is only really applicable for crypto investors rather than traders. If you are a crypto trader, then we want to go to the spot trading area right here. And this is going to bring us up to the main professional trading area. So at first, this may look a little bit confusing, right? Like there's all of these different things flashing. We have all of these different menus. We have a chart. So I'm now going to explain how all of this works. So when you load in, your chart should look something like this. Up in this top right corner, this is where we can select the cryptocurrency that we want to trade with. So we can see the pair right here. I can open up this drop down menu, and in this menu right here, I can now choose the coin pair that I want to trade with. So let's say that once again, I want to trade some Ethereum. If I type Ethereum into here, we can see that we have Ethereum against USDT, Ethereum against USDC, and Ethereum against Bitcoin. So what this essentially means is if you have USDT in your account and you want to buy some Ethereum, you would go with this pair. Because this is swapping USDT into Ethereum, and vice versa, if you want to sell some Ethereum and get USDT, you would go with this pair. If you have Bitcoin in your account and you want to buy some Ethereum, then you would select this, because this is going to convert your Bitcoin into Ethereum, and vice versa, this would convert your Ethereum into Bitcoin. But let's go with ETH USDT. Once we select it, the chart is then going to show up. So I can now see the chart for Ethereum against USDT. If you do not yet know how to read candlestick charts, then what we can do is go up to here, up to this candle icon, and then we can see all of the different chart types we can switch between. The easiest for a beginner, if you cannot yet read candlestick charts, is the line chart, as this is just going to show you a line chart of how the Ethereum price has been moving. But I'm going to go back to candles right now. And then what we can also do with this chart is we can flick between all of these different time zones. So right now I am on the 1 minute chart. And if I zoom in right here, this essentially means that every single one of these candles represents a minute. So this entire time frame right now is literally going from 7 a.m. this morning. We can see the furthest candle here is 7:01 all the way to now. So right here, we can see the very short term time frame, but this doesn't give us a lot of information about how Ethereum has been trending over the past month. So let's flick out to the daily time frame. Now, each of these individual candles is worth a single day. So we can see right here that this candle on the furthest end, this represents June 13th. The candle behind it is June 12th. And we can go back and we can really now see how Ethereum has been trading over the past few months and years. So since the start of 2023 right here, we can see that at the start of 2023, Ethereum was trading at $1,175. And right now it's all the way up here at $3,500. This is the latest price. So that is how you can view the chart right here. You can flick between any of these time zones. And what we can also do is if you want to add indicators to your chart, some trading indicators, well, we can do that right here. We just click in, search for the indicator that we want to add. For example, I can go for the MACD, and I can add the MACD indicator into my chart. If you want to play around with any settings for each of these indicators, well, we can go to the indicator, click into settings, and in here, we can now mess around with all of these settings. So we can change the inputs, we can change the style and the color and thickness of these lines. So if I turn this up, you can see that line gets a lot thicker. if I change the orange line to this bigger thickness, you can see that is going to get thicker as well. And that's everything that we can change in the settings area. If I want to add another indicator, I just go back to indicators and I can search for RSI, add this, and perfect. I now have the RSI indicator added. So that is how you can add all of the indicators that you would like to your chart. Another thing that we can use is this compare function. So right now I am on Ethereum USDT, but I kind of like the sound of Bitcoin as well. I want to see which has been performing the best over the past year. So let's click on compare and go for BTC USDT right here. I can then add this to the chart. And then I can now see with this line right here, this line represents the average of Bitcoin. So I can see using this menu on the right hand side that Bitcoin has gone up 40% over the past year, whereas Ethereum has only really gone to 20%. So this clearly shows that Bitcoin has been performing the best over the past year. Let's add another cryptocurrency. In here, I'm going to add Toncoin. So we can add this to the chart as well. So I can now see that Toncoin has made over 200% in the past year. Like, look at this. This is crazy how much Toncoin has gone up. So that's basically how you can use that area right there, how you can compare different cryptocurrencies so that you can see which has been performing the best over the past year or your specific time frame. Over here on the right hand side, and this is where we can see all of the orders that are on the current cryptocurrency that we are looking at. So because we are looking at Ethereum right here, this red section shows all of the sells that are coming in for Ethereum, and this green section shows all of the buys. So this 0.01, it moves very quickly, and it's harder to explain what this is. But if we move out to 10, for example, it's a lot easier to explain what this is. So down here, we can basically see all of the cells that are stacked at this level. So we can see that at 3,560, there is 22 Ethereum that is already stacked there. And as soon as it hits this level, it's going to sell that Ethereum. All the way up to 3,490, we can see there's a lot of Ethereum at this level, ready to sell, meaning that it's going to be very hard to break through this wall. Alternatively, on the buy section, we can see at the price 3,470, there is almost 800 Ethereum that is ready to instantly buy Ethereum as soon as it hits this level. So you can really use this area to see where buy and sell walls are and see at what price is Ethereum going to be the hardest to break through. So we can see 3,490. This is going to be a hard level to break through to the downside. And then right here, 3,460. This is going to be a hard level to break to the upside. We can also zoom this out to 100 to get a wider perspective and see where most of the Ethereum is stacked on either the buy and sell level. Then in this furthest right section, this is the order menu, and this is where we can actually start placing and buying our Ethereum if we want to do so. So we can see right here at the top, we have spot, which is just regular buying of Ethereum. So if I just want to buy some Ethereum and hold it in my account, I would use the spot area. Or we also have margin. Now, margin trading is essentially where you can borrow money in order to place your trade. And with this, because you are borrowing money, then you can make a lot more, but there's also a lot more risk. So essentially what this means, because this is margin 10x, is I'm going to be borrowing 10 times the money. So let's say right now that I wanted to place a trade of $500 right here on Ethereum. Well, what I would do is I would be spending $500, but my trade would be $5,000. So what I am risking on the trade is $500, but essentially I am borrowing another $4,500. So what this means with regular Ethereum, let me pull up TradingView so I can show you how this actually works. So let's say that we wanted to buy some Ethereum right here. We bought at this level, but then the trade didn't really go the way that we expected. And instead the price went down instead of up the way that we were hoping. Well, with spot trading, if we just buy Ethereum, well, this doesn't really matter. Like, yes, the price of the Ethereum that we bought is going down, but we are always just going to hold this Ethereum in our account. We're just going to have it stored there, no matter if the price goes up or down. With margin, the risk with margin is, essentially what will happen is because you staked $500, that is your risk, but you are trading, your position size is $5,000 because you borrowed money. What this means is you are going to have something that is called a liquidation point. So this is not drawn to scale. I just want to show you an example. But let's say, for example, that your liquidation point is right here. So the maximum loss that you can take on the trade is $500 because that's what you staked. Essentially, if the price goes down to this level, then you keep your Ethereum. But as soon as it hits your liquidation point, Bybit is going to automatically sell all of the Ethereum that you are just trading with to cover the buyback or the loss on the borrowed funds. So what this means is if we went in with a $500 stake and we come down to this level, it's all sold at this level and we lose everything. We lose the whole $500 stake. We lose all of the Ethereum in our account. And that is really the risk of leverage trading. Yes, you can make a lot more if it goes to the upside than you can with spot, but you can also lose everything. So it's very, very risky. And if you are a beginner trader, then I wouldn't recommend to go with margin trading. Just stick to spot. But essentially in here, what we can do is we can choose whether we want to buy or sell. So I will go for buy right here. We then have a limit or market. So market order is essentially if you just want to buy Ethereum instantly right now at the current market price. So we can see the current market price for Ethereum is 3,000, let's just call this 480. If I was to enter in, I want to buy $1,000 worth of Ethereum for a market order and click buy, it's going to buy my Ethereum at the price that Ethereum is right now. Whereas a limit order, we can place the price that we want to buy Ethereum for. So we can see that right now, Ethereum is at this level, 4,480. But let's say that I don't want to buy Ethereum for this price, and I actually think it could drop a little bit more. I actually want to purchase my Ethereum at $3,400. I want to buy it right here. So what I can do is go to limit, enter in $3,400. This is the price that I want to buy at. Enter in the amount of Ethereum that I want to buy at this level, and then I can click on buy. What this is then going to do is it's going to place a limit order. So it's going to have a limit order right here, and automatically you can basically walk away from your screen at this point. But as soon as Ethereum comes down and touches this level, your limit order purchase price, it's going to automatically buy your Ethereum at this level. So it's going to buy at this price, and then you will have the Ethereum in your account as soon as it touches this level. So that's what you can use limit orders for. When using the limit area, you can also place a take profit and stop loss. Now, a take profit and stop loss is something you can set for risk management. So once again, let's say that we are buying Ethereum at this level, but we don't want to take too much of a loss. So I can also say, yes, if Ethereum comes down to here, I want to buy at this level. But if it comes all the way down to here at 3,300, then I just want to get out. I want to limit my risk. And I don't want to go any further. Like, this is the maximum amount of loss that I'm willing to take. Well, what we could do is we could go back to Bybit. And in here, we can select take profit and stop loss. And I can set my stop loss to this level, 3,300. So I would set my stop loss right there, 3,300. And then once again, if we buy at this level, because this is where we set our limit order, and then it falls to this level, well, it's going to automatically sell where we set our stop loss and take us out of the trade to limit our losses. Take profit, on the other hand, is kind of like the opposite to a stop loss, where we are saying, where do we want to exit the trade if we are profitable? So I might look here, and let's say that we are doing some technical analysis. This is not real technical analysis. This is just an example. But let's say that we want to get out at this level. If we reach all the way up here, I think that this is going to be an area of resistance. So what I can say is as soon as we hit this level up here, I want to get out of the trade. I don't really want to risk it bouncing back off this level and coming back down. I just want to be out. So this is, let's just say 6,600 to make this easier. So we can go in here, 3,660 as the take profit. We can then go yes. And that's now going to be set in right there. So then all we have to do, now we have the limit order set up. We said where we want to buy, how much we want to buy, and we now have a take profit and stop loss. We can then click on buy Ethereum, and that's going to buy the Ethereum right there. That's how you can use the limit and the market sections. The next thing that we are going to cover is the derivatives and futures trading market. Once again, if you are a beginner into cryptocurrency, I do not recommend this. That's not financial advice. It's just very risky to get involved in these assets, especially if you don't know what you are doing. So we can go to derivatives right here, and these are all of the derivatives options that we have. The most popular is going to be perpetuals. So we can go, for example, to BTC USDT. Let's say we want to trade some Bitcoin with some leverage. And you can see that basically the layout is the exact same. We can see the chart right here. We can go into charting. We can see the order book is the same. And we can also switch between time zones, add indicators. The whole trading layout is the same as on spot. The difference is, though, is that look at this on the right hand side. We can now trade with margin. Now, when trading margin, we have three different types of accounts. We have isolated margin right here, we have cross margin, and we have portfolio margin. Now, unless you are a professional derivatives trader, as it says right here, I recommend staying away from portfolio margin. So realistically, we are looking at isolated margin and cross margin, and what are the differences between these two options? Well, cross margin is going to use your entire account as collateral. So let's say right here that I went in for a $1,000 trade. And as I mentioned earlier, when trading futures, we basically are going to have a level called a liquidation point. Let's just say the liquidation point is right here, where we are going to automatically sell the position and we lose everything. Well, the risk when you are trading with a cross account is that not only are you going to be risking the initial $500 that you entered the trade with, but with cross, you are risking your entire account. So let's say that in assets, you are holding $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. Well, in the cross margin account, it's also going to use everything in your account. So that extra $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, it's also going to use that as collateral. So you can literally wipe out your entire account potentially if you are using the cross trading account. Now, a safer way to do this, and I say safer, not safe, because you can still lose the money that you invest, but we can basically go to an isolated margin account. So the difference between isolated and cross margin is that with isolated, you can essentially isolate off a certain section of money that you are willing and happy to lose. So if I go to isolated margin, what I can do is I can transfer funds across from my main account to my unified trading, essentially my margin account. And let's say I want to go with $1,000. Well, what this is going to do is section off specifically that $1,000. So that's all I can lose. If I get liquidated, it's going to leave the rest of my assets alone. Let's say that 5,000 Bitcoin example, it's going to leave that alone. It's not going to touch that and it can't use that as collateral. It's only going to use the initial investment that we specifically put into this isolated margin account. So if you are trading with leverage, I do recommend going with an isolated margin account, as it just protects you better and gives you less risk. So once you have selected the account type that you want to work with, we can then go up here, and this is where we can choose the amount of leverage that we want to trade with. Down here, we have 1x leverage, which is the smallest amount of leverage that you can trade with, all the way up to 100x leverage. Now, they even give you a warning here and say, look, the current level is a little bit too high. You have a chance of immediately getting liquidated. And just to show you how crazy 100x leverage is, let's go confirm. And what I'm going to do is we can actually go to the calculator right here and check out our liquidation price. So right now, the price of Bitcoin is 67,212. So let's just go last. Let's say that we want to trade right here with $1,000, and we are going to trade this on 100x leverage. We can see our liquidation price is 66,887. So I will show you how small this is using TradingView. So we have the current price 67,221, which is right here. So this is the current level. I will mark this in right here. And then our liquidation point is 66,887. 66,887, which is right here. So what this means is that Bitcoin only needs to move like this, a small distance, and we immediately lose that $1,000. So if I just zoom out, let's go to the daily time frame so I can show you just how small this is. And we zoom out like that. Look at that, the two lines basically combine. The two lines are still there, and this is how small of a move that Bitcoin needs to make on 100x leverage for you to get liquidated. So I don't really recommend going with 100x leverage. It is pretty crazy right there. But what we can do is we can basically choose the amount of leverage that we want to trade with, like 5x, 10x, whatever we want to go for. We can confirm this in. Then we have the exact same thing with market and limit orders, and that is how you can trade in the futures area. Now, something that I really love about Bybit, and you don't get this at all with many other exchanges, is you can actually practice your derivatives and your leverage trading without putting any real money into the game. So what we can do is go to derivatives right here, and then we can go down to demo trading. So as it says, practice trading without risking your own capital. Now we are in the demo trading area, and it's going to give us 100k demo assets to trade with. So basically this is just numbers on a screen. You can't make profit with this, but this is where you can practice your demo trading. So what I can do is go down here, and I can see that I currently have 1,000 USDT to trade with. So what I'm going to do is just go here. We can then go up here and adjust the leverage. So let's say I wanted to trade with 100x. We can see that right there. We can then enter in the amount that we want to trade with. So we can enter that in, and then we can go long or go short. So I'm going to go short right here. We can then confirm this, and I'm now in this trade. So this is going to allow you to practice your trading. As we can see, I'm currently in this trade. We can trade just like normal. Like, this is literally a simulation of real trading, but there's no real money on the line. There's no actual money that is being risked here. So if you do want to get into derivatives trading, but you have never done it before, then I recommend going to this demo area right here, just so you can practice and you can really see what is going on, how it feels to trade derivatives, and see if you are any good at it before risking any real money. So that is the demo area right there, and that is how you can demo trade. And the next thing that we are going to look at in this derivatives area is copy trading. Now, copy trading is once again a very rare feature when it comes to crypto exchanges, and not many crypto exchanges are going to offer this. But copy trading is essentially where you can take some of the best traders on the platform, and Bybit is going to allow you to automatically copy their trades. So just as an example, and I will show you how to filter this to find the best people, but we could find this trader right here, click on copy, then we can enter in how much we want to invest when we are copying this trader. Let's say $500. And as soon as I click copy now, any trades that this trader makes, I'm going to automatically follow. So I don't have to touch my account. I don't have to do anything. Anytime this trader buys, my account is going to automatically buy that same cryptocurrency. As soon as this trader sells, well, my account is going to follow him and it's going to sell that cryptocurrency as well. So this area allows you to use the knowledge of other traders to trade for yourself without having to do anything. It's really quite cool. Now in here, the top master traders, I really don't follow any of these sections, but in here we can see top traders by ROI. This is in the last 7 days, so these are very risky to follow. The screen that I use is I go to all master traders, and in here we can flick this to the last 90 days. So we can see who is the most profitable in the last 90 days. And in here, it's going to show us their 90-day ROI, so how much return on investment they have made over the last 90 days. And we can also see a cumulative total of how much their followers have made in the last 90 days. So some of these are going to lose. So if I just switch this to the loss, we can see this guy right here, his followers over the last 90 days have made a cumulative loss of $6 million. Pretty crazy, right? So that's why I like to see the followers that have made the most money. We can also see the 90-day win rate, the stability index, and how many followers they have. So this account right here looks pretty awesome. Invest Coin AI. His followers in the last 90 days have made $300,000. His 90-day ROI is 34%. So we can click in and we can see a more in-detailed view of this trader. So we can see their performance in the last 7 days, the last 30 days, and the last 90 days. We can also see a weekly chart of how much profit they have been making per week. We can see the earnings, and we can see the earnings are going up pretty nicely right here. And then we can also see some of the most recent trades that they have made. If you do think that this is a trader that you might want to copy and follow, then we can click into copy right here. Enter in, once again, the amount we want to invest, copy now, and then you will be able to copy that trader and automatically shadow and follow all of their trades. The next section of this video is going to be about the Bybit trading bots. So what we can do is on Bybit, we can go up to tools, and then we can go to trading bots right here. And then we can see there are 4 different types of bots that we can trade with on Bybit. We have Futures Grid, we have Martingale, we have Spot Grid, and we have DCA. Now, if you want an exact in-detail breakdown of how each of these bots work, then I will leave a link in the description of this video to a video that I created that goes into exact details on what all of these bots do. But basically, as a quick breakdown, Spot and Grid are basically scalping strategies. So the main aim of these bots is to buy and sell at different levels as price goes like this. So the main aim is to buy here, we sell here, we buy here, we sell here, and obviously we try to make a profit with each and every move. Now we have 2 different versions of this. We have a regular Spot Grid, which is less risky, but can also return less money. And then we have Futures Grid, which can return more money, but is more risky. So we can click into either of these right here. And then on this left-hand side, we are going to be given some Aurora recommendations. Now, Aurora is essentially Bybit's AI that does backtests on these strategies and uses AI to figure out the best strategy and the best parameters to set for each of these bots. So we can go down and we can see the APR of each of these bots and what it could potentially return over the course of a year. And if we flick between these, we can see the strategy is going to change and the parameters are going to change over here. So what you can do is pick one of these bots. We can then enter in the investment that we want to go into the bot with, create now, and then the beauty of this is that you actually don't have to trade. So it's basically going to use the bot to automatically buy and sell at different levels according to the strategy set here in order to hopefully churn out a profit. We can also go back and we have the martingale strategy. Now the martingale strategy, essentially what this is going to do is it doubles down on your position if it moves against you. So let's say we buy Bitcoin right here and then price moves down. Well, we are going to buy more Bitcoin as it moves down to bring the average price down. So when we buy here, the average price is obviously this level, but because we buy more here, the average then moves down. Then we buy more if it drops more, the average moves to here, and then we sell when it goes back up to a level above what the average is. So that's how we make profit with martingale. Once again, we can go down to any of these right here and we can choose which parameters and which strategy we want to go for, enter in the amount we would like to invest, create now, and then it's going to use the bot to automatically enter and exit you from trades, hopefully making a profit. Now, the DCA bot is slightly different, well, very different in fact, because the rest of these are trading bots. The idea is to get in and out of the market quickly in order to hopefully return a profit. The DCA bot is very different because this is actually an investment bot. So the goal of DCA and the reason you would set this up is, let's say that I am a long-term investor in Bitcoin. And I think, let me just remove these drawings from the chart real quick. And I think that in the future, Bitcoin has the potential to go to $150,000. So my investment strategy is that I want to buy some Bitcoin every single week, no matter what price Bitcoin is at, because I have the belief that in the future, Bitcoin is going to go way up here. Now, that can be pretty tedious and pretty tiring to come back every single week, go into your Bybit account and start buying some Bitcoin. Like, let's say I want to buy $500 worth every week. And I have to come into my account, go to buy crypto, and do this every week. Well, this is what the DCA bot is for, because the DCA bot can do this for you automatically. What we can do is choose the currency that we want to buy in. I can say $500 of Bitcoin, and then I can choose how often I want it to buy. So I can set this to every week. And now I'm telling this bot, every week, I just want to buy $500 of Bitcoin. The only thing to keep in mind here, and the only thing that you do need to stay on top of, is make sure that your account is fully funded. So what I would do is, if I wanted to jump into this, is I might just go in, I might load my account up with $10,000, and then I can leave the $10,000 in my account with the knowledge that I've set up a bot that is going to automatically buy $500 worth of Bitcoin every single week. So that is how the DCA bot works right there. We can go back to the homepage and we do have some more backtest recommendations. So usually what you will find is if we just click into one of these bots right here, like Futures Grid, it's usually going to be Bitcoin or some other high market cap coin that it's going to trade with. All of these are Bitcoin. If we go back out, all of these are probably going to be Bitcoin, as you can see, and so on and so forth. Whereas these backtest recommendations are going to give you some slightly lower market cap coins that have the potential to give you a higher return on investment. Keep in mind though that trading bots, especially with these lower market cap coins, is going to be more risky. But for example, we can see Link USTD right here. The APR that it gives is 1,614%. So let's say that we want to go into this bot. We can click on use. We can then once again see the parameters, enter in how much we want to invest, copy, and we set up that bot. Then down here, we have some hourly top picks. I personally don't use this, but what we can do is go to any of these, the strategy that we want to trade with. We can then filter this by specific coins that we want to trade with. So let's say that I want to trade some AVAX. We can then choose the running time. So I want to see all bots that have been running for more than 30 days and have returned over a 100% ROI. Well, there's just one right here. So I can then click on copy, go in and take a look at this bot. And if I want to trade with this, I just enter in the amount, create now, and I can trade with that bot right there. Now, the final thing that we are going to talk about in this tutorial is how you can actually withdraw your funds. So let's say that you've made some profit from Bybit and you now want to withdraw your funds back into your bank account. We want to go over to this withdraw screen. The way that you do this is by going to assets in this top right corner, then coming down right here to withdraw. Then we can click into withdraw. By default, this is going to take you to the crypto withdraw area, and this is not what we want. We need to go to fiat withdrawal. So this is the screen right here that we need in order to actually withdraw our funds to our bank account. So for me, let's say I want to withdraw my euros. I go euro, and I can make my withdrawal either using SEPA or SEPA transfer. Now, SEPA is pretty expensive. We can see a €2.60 fee. So I would go with SEPA transfer right here. I can enter in the amount of euros that I want to withdraw, and then I can transfer my SEPA out. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but I've got Bitcoin, I've got Ethereum, I've got USDT. How do I actually get my euros? How do I get my Great British Pounds or my US dollars that I need to be able to withdraw these to my account? So the way that we do this is we once again want to go up to buy crypto in this top left corner, go to one click buy, and then all we have to do on this screen is by default, this will be on buy. Flick this over to sell, and then you can choose the coin that you want to sell. So let's say that I have some Bitcoin that I want to withdraw. Then I can go here, Bitcoin, and say that I have 1 Bitcoin to sell. I can see this is going to give me 60,000 euros. Then for payment methods, make sure this is on euro balance, or for example, if you are on US dollars, you would set this to US dollars balance. Sell your Bitcoin, and then you now have the currency, so USD or euros. And then once you have that currency in your account, we just go back over here to withdraw, fiat withdrawal. And now you have the euros that we can enter in, and you can withdraw these to your bank account using this SEPA transfer. So that is my complete Bybit tutorial for beginners. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.